Hey guys, before we jump into today's video, I do have some exciting news I just want to bring up. Been working with a friend on developing some software to like really truly test these strategies. Instead of using the simulator app, there's some issues with it. I know some of you guys brought up in the past, it just kind of does some squirrely things sometimes. So what we've been doing is we've been collecting, at this point, we have tens of thousands of real casino spin data. They're coming from different casinos. This is not number generated by AI. This is not just random numbers. These are actual spin data against live casino play with a real table. Okay. The reason we did this is it's really a passion project. You know, we want something to simulate better and give us more of an accurate representation of like real play. And that's about as close as you're gonna get as real plays, actually taking that casino data and then implementing it into the software along with some of these strategies. And then we'll be able to configure those strategies to really fine tune and see, you know, we could test them out like 1,000 spins. We could test them over and over through different sessions. It's the limits are like endless, right? So super excited about that. And also it's like, that's the basis of the base of this channel is I wanted a longer format to really push these systems, because I see too many short videos out there and they look great and then they fool you like, oh, I'm gonna use that tonight, and then what happens, you go and then you lose your bankroll. You know, that's why I always say test before you invest. Actually, one of my subscribers came up with that quote. I thought it was an amazing quote. I'm going to continue to use it because it's true, right? We want to test these before we actually use real money. You know, we work very hard for our money. We don't want to just go donate it to the casinos. So that's why I say this is a passion project. I'm tired of getting beat up. I really want to find the best of the best out there. And then from there, now we could implement that system into the software and then run it against thousands of spins and get a real good, accurate representation, of what it could potentially happen. You know, so if you're interested in this, I did just start another YouTube channel so I could keep them separate, because I really want to keep this one set up so I could run through, and this one's kind of going to be like that weed out process. So this channel is going to find like those good ones, because I don't want to spend, it's not easy to just be adding systems to the software all day. So I really want to keep this as a weed out process to find the good from the bad, and then those you know, good ones we're going to make better and try to perfect them with the software. But if you're interested in that type of content, let me know. I'm going to start pumping out videos on that within the next week or two, as soon as everything's set up. It is still in beta. It's not perfect, but it will give you a good, accurate representation, like I said, of what could potentially happen. So if you're interested in that, or if you have any good systems, even if they're not yours, send it to me. I got a roulette.strategy777@gmail.com, or you can simply put it in the comments below. Just let me know. With that being said, I do want to go over the survival test guidelines before we jump into today's video. For anybody new to the channel, this is a test created in a longer format, like I said, to weed out the good from the bad. We then get those good ones. Then as a community, we try to refine them to make them even better. And now we'll be able to leverage some software to help us even more with some real casino data instead of just relying on the simulator app. So every strategy will get a fair shake at 90 spins. That's about an hour to an hour and a half of live playing time in the casino. There will not be a time limit. We're going to play out all 90 spins or until the system fails. Every spin receives a grade on performance posted at the end of each video. All results are unedited. All videos are posted, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and that's just to help you guys out. And if you're new to the channel and want to join us in the quest to finding the best, please consider subscribing, hit that notification bell to stay up to date, because it won't hurt you none, but it might help you some. So will it survive the test today? Let's find out. Let's see if we're going to find another good one. This one is one that was ran on the Roulette Masters channel. Liam from the Netherlands sent it in, but he has a modification to it that he said works better. Okay, so we're going to find out. It's pretty simple and straightforward strategy to use. He says he's going to go pick. He says he's random with the dozens he chooses. But you can play this however you want. We are putting one unit, which is, we're using $10 units at this level, at level 1. So we're going 1 unit here, and let's go last 2 to hit. Let's just follow that pattern. Maybe we'll switch it up. This is spin number 1. Let's see what happens. We got a 26 black. That's a win right off the bat. So we got $10 in profit. We're going to keep track of that. So now what he does is he is going to Oh, actually, let me fix this. So he's going to keep the bets here. And then he's going to get half of the winnings, which is $5. And then he's going to pick 5 streets within those dozens that he has the bet on. So I guess the original one, he put individual numbers, but he says this gives you better coverage and you still make good profit. So let's see what happens. This is spin number 2 at level 2. So you're basically parlaying your winnings. So that is a 2 black. What did that give us? That's a net win of $5. So we hit at this level. Oh, that's another modification he did. Any win, you go back to level 1. Okay, so we're just going to follow that. He said that's just a little added safety measure that he implemented instead of fishing out those jackpot numbers, because you could potentially lose, you know, on one of those like middle dozens, like what happened just right now. So that was a good reset. We were up 15 is the high. Okay, so we lost right there. We're at base level. So actually, let me just double check something. I messed up. I think I messed up. I don't know. All right, let's do let's add 1 unit each. Keep the bet here. I wasn't sure where my bet placement was. I'm sorry about that. That is a 13 black. That's a miss. So we're gonna go up 1 unit. Let's go 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're currently down minus 45. All right, so we got 15. I mean, we got 30 on that, so half of 30 is 15. We're going to keep that at 30. And we're going, we had 30 over here. So half of that would be 15. Let's just put 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And sometimes it's not going to work out with even numbers, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15, so it's working out. Let's see if we could get an overlapping number. Hit. Currently down minus 15. That's a 34. It's a $15 win. We didn't hit the jackpot. He says reset no matter what at the second level. Okay, so we're going back to base. $10 units. Boom, boom, right there and there. Sorry, I should have did a little practice run before this, so I'm reading off my notes right now, so it's a little clunky. But we got the hit right there. Half of that's going to be 5. So we're going to go here. We're going to rebet, keep the bets there. And let's see if it repeats again. We're going to go 5 streets. Let's see if we could hit one of those numbers. And we lost it all. So when that happens, we're going back to base and we are going to add a unit. All right, we have a total bet of $40. We got the hit right there. So $10. So we're going to repeat that bet. Half of 20 is 10. So we're going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's 6, 8, 10. $50 total bet. Let's get an overlapping number. Come on. Haven't got one yet. 28 black comes up. That is, we finally got one. That's a $34 hit. We'll take that. We are in a new session profit of $39. So we're going to go back to base and keep it safe. Let's just keep our numbers out here on the same ones because they've been hitting for us. This is spin number 10. And we got the hit right there. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to level 2. We're going to parlay those wins, keeping the bet the same on the same dozens. And we're simply adding in 5 single streets. So they do not pay as high as just putting money on the single numbers, of course, but it gives you better coverage. All right, so we lost there. So we're going to go back to the base level bet, but we are adding 2 units on each spot. Let's go here and here. $40 total bet. Our high was $39. We're currently at 24. And we got a $20 hit right there. So we're going to keep the bet here. Half of that is 10. So we're going 1, 2, 1, 2. There, that's 3, 4, 5. 5 streets within those 2 dozens, hoping to get an overlap hit. And what is that? A 33 black. And we got it. That's a nice $34 profit. We're in a new session profit of $78. Let's go ahead and log that, keep track of that, and we're going back to base and keep it safe. And even if you like this system, guys, it's always good to test before you invest. Remember that. Test before you invest. All right. That center doesn't hit, so let's go ahead and click out of that. We are going to go up 2 units here, 2 units here. $21 red is a hit. That was a $20 profit. So we're going to keep the bet right there, but we're going to take half of those winnings, which is $10, and pick 5 streets at $2 each. And we got a 35. Oh, that's a nice overlapping win. There we go. We're up into a new session profit of 112 bucks. All right, working out so far so good. We're going back to base, $10 units. We're going middle and third. All right. Working out so far so good. And we got another hit. So let's parlay that bet. Let's not use all $10. Instead, we're going to rebet here. We are going to simply add 5 streets at $1 a piece. And let's see if we could get another overlapping win. We are in a new session profit of 122, excuse me. And we got a 15. That's uncovered, but that's okay. He said win or lose, you're going to make profit because we're only using half of that profit from the previous bet. So we are up to a new session profit at $127. Now we go back to base, $10 units, and let's just keep the placement the same because those are the last 2 dozens to hit. So 127's new session high. Beautiful. Got the hit, so half of $10. We're going to use, rebet. We're going to go 5 streets. Let's put a little bit more over here. And that's a total loss. So we are going to put 2 units, which is 20 bucks on the last 2 to hit. Now it seems like the board is swapping on us. That's okay. So from 20, we're going 1, 2, 3. We're going 3 units each. Last 2 to hit. Spin number 20. And we got a 28 black. That's 30 bucks, 15 bucks. So we're going to repeat that bet. Half of 30 is 15. So we're going 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. All right, so we got 5 streets covered. Got $3 each. That equals 15. All right. Let's see if we could get a hit right here. Come on. And of course not. That's a full-blown loss right there. All right, we were at 3, so we're going to have to go to 4 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that ate up a lot of the profit gains we've got so far. But let's see if the system can come back. He said it's safer. So that's a $40 hit right there. Beautiful. We're going to get half of that. It's 20. So just rebet right there with those $10 units. And then we're going to pick 5 streets. 1, 2, oops. 3, 4. All right, so we got 5 streets, 4 apiece. Total bet is $100. We're gonna need a hit right here. Come on, we're at 67 bucks. So we're kind of teetering up and down, but let's see if we get the hit. I think we did. We sure did. That's a $68 total win. We are close to session profit. Our high was 137, but we're going to go ahead and play it safe. Go back to base. So let's keep the bet placement on the second dozen and third dozen. Got a nice hit right there. So we're going to rebet. We're going to use half of those earnings to place our bets on 5 streets. Looking for another overlap hit. We're up 145. That's a new session high. Keep that in mind. That's a 19 red. And I think we got it. Sure did. That's another $17 return. We're going back to base to keep it safe. Bet placement stays here and here. New session profits at 162. So far, so good. And as I said that, we got a miss. No worries. We simply just level up 1 unit at this level. Last 2 to hit. First dozen, second dozen. There's a $17. That's a $20 hit on a 17 black. Let's see where that put us. We are back to session profit. So what did we win right there? Hold on. Let me see what we won. 20 bucks. We're using half of that, 10 bucks. So we're going 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 2, 2. Right there. Let's see if we could get an overlapping hit. And we missed that one. All right, so we're going to have to go 2 units, first and second. Spin number 30. Getting a lot of hits, but we're not hitting that second level too often. So that was a $20 win. We're using 10 bucks, which is $2 each street. 1, 2, 2, 2. That's 5 streets right there. Come on, let's get an overlap right now. And that's a full whack right there. So we're going to have to go back to the base level bet, but add a unit. And we're going to 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. $60. Let's get a hit right here. Okay, we got the hit. 28 black. That's 30 bucks. So we're going to rebet. We're going to cut that 30 in half. And we're putting 3 units on 5 streets. All right, come on. Let's get another 28 black. Of course, it's the uncovered, but to play it safe, any win at that level, even though we're not quite in session profit, we reset. And we can make up some ground. So we're going second dozen, third dozen. This is spin 35. Temporarily down to 127. Keeping in mind our high was 162. And we lost there, so we're going to adjust our bets to 2 units on the first and third dozen. And we got the hit with a 26 black. Beautiful. We're going to use half of those earnings to place our bets. This is level 2. We're just parlaying those winnings and trying to get an overlap to make more profit. So let's spin and see what happens here. 33, is that a covered number? We will find out, and it sure is. Nice $34 return. We are back near our session profit was at 162. We're at 161. We'll take it, go back to base and keep it safe. And we're going first and third. There's another win with a 33 black. We're going to go ahead and replace those bets, and we're adding 5 streets. I feel like that, oops, let me fix that one, sorry. And add 10 right here. So 5 streets, 2 dozens. We are in a new session profit of 171. 27 red hit. That's an overlap number. Nice $17 return. New session profits at 188. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and reset. And we are going to stay in the same 2 dozens. This is spin number 40, so we're almost halfway there. 11 hit. Beautiful. Rebet. And let's put $1 on the streets. Go 3 here. Let's go 2 here. And that's a 4. That's a covered number. Beautiful. New session profits at $215. Loving it. So far, so good. So we're going to keep the bet placement the same dozens because they're hot right now. I personally prefer to follow hot numbers. Reason why is just you see so many streaks with roulette. I know the law of averages, eventually it balances out and that middle dozen is going to hit, but why not ride the wave while it's hot? All right, let's go 4 here. Let's throw 1 over here. Seems like those low numbers want to come out, so let's get another low number. All right, 225's new session high. And the only single street I had covered hit. Beautiful. That's part of roulette. There's luck involved. So 242 is a new session profit. We are going back to base. And we got 1 here. And let's spin. Doing good so far. There's a nice $10 return. So we rebet using half of that to place on the streets. Stay on that one and go here. We're at the halfway point of 45 spins. 18 red is a total miss. So we are going to go back to base, but we're going to add 1, 2 units. 1, 2 units to the second and third dozen. Let's see what we get here. $19 hit. All right, let's be sure. So that was $20. Pay attention to that. So we're going to go $2. 1, 2, 1, 2 on 5 single streets. Let's see if we could get an overlap. I always like to cover those last ones to cover repeaters. So let's see if we get another 19. No, we didn't. Spoke too soon. We got a green number that hurt us. So we are going to the first level again, but we're going 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 14 red. That's $30 coming back. So we're going to keep the bet right here. We're going 50. So half of 30 is 15. So we're going 1, 2, 3. All right. Come on. Overlapping number. We'll take any win at this point, but still an overlapping number. And I think we got it with a 13 black. We sure did. That's a new session high. That's $51 coming back to us, plus some. $278, new session high. We are going back to base. Second dozen, and let's go second and third dozen at $10 a piece. All right, we got a loss right there, so we are gonna keep the bets. We're gonna slide the bets over. We're going 2 units here and 2 units here. Total bet is $40. And it's chopping on us again. So from 2 units, we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is spin number 50. Got a nice hit with a 7 right there. $30. Half of 30 is going to be 15. So we're going to go 3 units each street. All right. Let's get a hit right here. That's a 31 black, and we got it. Nice $48 hit. New session profit at $296. We're almost at $300. So we are going back to base. We're going to keep it safe and go 1 unit here, $10, and $10 over here, and spin. So far, so good, Liam. This is a good adjustment. I like it. All right, we got a miss right there, so we're going to level up to 2 units here and 2 here. Another loss, so we're going to have to go $30 here, 30 in the middle dozen. And we got a hit with the 11 black. We're definitely going to cover that street. So we're going to take half of 30, which is 15. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is that 5 streets? Perfect. Come on, let's get an overlap right here. We didn't hit anything there. Total miss. So we are going to go back to base, but we're going to add 4 units on the last 2 presents to hit. We're going to need some wins right now. We're on a losing streak right here. And we got another loss. So we're going to go 5 units. So let's go ahead and repeat this bet and just add 1 here and here. Ooh, another miss. All right, we're going to 60. 60 here, 60 here. Definitely need a hit. We're going to need quite a bit of wins to get back. Let's see if this can come back. And we got another loss. So we're going to 70. 70, and then we're going to 70 here. All right, we're going to need some wins because we dropped down to the lowest we've been so far at 109. Finally got a hit. That's 35. So we're going to rebet. 35 divided by 5 will be 7. So we're going to put 7 on 5 streets. Come on, let's get a hit. Nice. We got a $119 hit. That dropped us down to 80, but he says if you hit at this level, at the second level, you go back to base no matter where you're at. And I think that safety measure is promising because technically we are still in profit. So it's best to keep it safe. So we're going to go first and we are going to go second. That does suck, but it does suck less because we're not technically in our bankroll. You could see that did help us going down because we got another miss right there. So let's go level up to 20 here, 20 here. And let's see if we could recoup some of those losses. All right, we got a hit right there. 20 bucks. So we're going to repeat, use half of that. All right, let's see if we can make some ground up. We're at spin 65. We have enough spins to make up some money. So let's see what happens. And a total loss right there. All right, total loss. So we are going to 3 units. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Another loss. We must go up to 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And we got a hit with the 18 red. That's 40 bucks. So half of 40 is 20. All right, let's get a high number. Come on, guys. It's a high number right here. And we didn't. So we are going to 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Currently minus 90. Our lowest was 109. This is spin number 70. And there's another miss. So we're going high in the progression again. 60 here and 60 here. Hit our lowest of 190. And we got a hit with a 36 red. Half of that. So we're going to go 30 bucks. So repeat that bet. And let's just make it easy. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's add $1. There we go. Come on, overlapping numbers. I need to hit one of those streets. I think we got it with 11 black. We sure did. Nice. $102 coming back. We're temporarily down minus 28, but he says to reset at any win at that level. And I could already think of a few adjustments I would like to add, but I'm going to just follow it as it's laid out for me. That is a 29 black. That's a nice win. So we're going to rebet. And then we are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And another full loss, so we're gonna have to go and add 2 units here and 2 units here. Another loss. So we're going up to 3 units. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Got a hit with a 23 red. Nice. Rebet, and we are going to go 15. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. All right, come on, overlapping numbers. That's an 18 red, and that's a hit. That's $51. We're currently at -2, but we got a win there, so we're going to reset back to base level. A win right here will get us back into the positive. Okay, we got a hit with another back-to-back repeater right there, so we're going to rebet that. Let's see if it hits again. We're going to still cover that. We're going to take $5 and put it on 5 streets. All right, up to $8 in profit after a lot of bad numbers, and this is spin number 80, and we got another miss. Another miss. We're going to level up to 2 units here, 2 here. Spin 81. Almost there. There's another miss with the green numbers, so we're going to go keep the bets here and just add a unit. And we got it with a 23 red. All right, half of 30 is 15. So we're going to 3 on each of the streets. Let's see what we get here. All right, that's a $52 win, and we're back in profit. We got $25 in profit, so let's go ahead and go back to base and keep the bet placement here and here. Second dozen, third dozen. And let's see if we could just get some good wins. Let's stack up some wins so we could end up in some decent profit. So we are going to use $5 and go 5 single streets, trying to get that overlap. And we did not. So we are going to go 1, 2 here, 2 over here. And 3 red comes up, so we got $20 win right there. So we're going to rebet. Half of that is going to be 10. So we're going 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Oops, fix that. There we go. $50 total bet. And I think that's uncovered. It sure is. That's $10, but let's play it safe. Go back to base. $10 here, 10 here. We're at $40 in profit. Our high was $296. And that's an 18 red. That's another miss. 1, 2, and 1, 2. $10 black's a hit. So what do we, let's go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, half of that was 10. So I'm going 2 each. All All right, 5 streets. So all you're doing is you take half of that, whatever you want, your profit, and you just divide it by 5. All right, we got a hit right there, 10 bucks. We are going to reset back to base. And we're up to 50 bucks in profit. We're almost near the end. We got a few more spins to go. This is spin number 88. Got the hit right there. And then we're going to add 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get an overlap. This is spin 89. We have one more. We'll wrap up the test. We're currently at 60 bucks. And we got an 8 black. Nice win. 17. We're back up 77. And this will be our last spin. So let's keep the bet same. And we're at $77. Let's see if we can end on a win. This is spin number 90. Definitely survived the test. Again, this was a $500 bankroll. So it did all right. There was a lot of tearing up and down, but you can see we went on a super bad losing streak. It did survive the test, all 90 spins. The lowest we hit was minus 190 using a $500 bankroll. I think it's pretty solid. You know, this is definitely something you want to check out after a good winning streak. A few adjustments off the top of my head. Maybe hold that second level bet, right? So if you got these and then you got the streets covered, if you miss a streak, maybe hold the bet one more time. That might be a good option. I think 500 bucks using dollar units. Well, actually using $10 units and using dollar units on the second level. I don't know. Maybe the bankroll is not sufficient enough. Maybe it is. I don't know. We really didn't push bankroll too hard today. It was only, like I said, minus 190. We did peak out at $296, so that's something to keep in mind as well. So, I mean, that would have been a good time to, you know, once you hit that mark, I mean, that's a good time to punch out. But let me know you guys' thoughts on this. I did watch the original on the Roulette Masters channel, and it looked pretty solid, but it didn't hit too often. So I understand where Liam was going with this, to have a little bit more coverage. Now, you don't get huge payouts, but you also hit them more often than you don't, minus that long losing streak. But it did survive the test. So I don't know. It's maybe this is worthwhile. Maybe there's some good modifications we could add to this and make this even better, and potentially add it to the software, so we could give it even a better test with true numbers, you know. So like always, guys, let me know what you guys think. I do have that email set up, so you can send your systems, or you could simply put it in the comments below. But the email is roulette.strategy777@gmail.com. And like always, guys, till next time, be cool, stay cool, peace.